Yo. So, sooner or later, I know this is going to come up. Sooner or later, it's going to come up. As this channel starts to grow, starts to get bigger, it's going to come up. It's going to come up with the whole knots. N-O-T, knots. So, before we get into it, I'm going to explain to you what the knots are. But before we get into it, Chris Ryan just said that. Welcome to Disruptive Minds. I'm your host, Jerome A. Carter. The A stands for always learning. So, the knots. What am I not? I am not a PSY-cologist. I'm not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a therapist. This is what I am. I am a person who works under the P.O.P.E principles. What are the P.O.P.E principles? I know I mentioned them before. I'm going to keep mentioning them because as I start to give advice that I've been through my P.O.P.E principles, which is personally observed, personally experienced, people are going to be like, well, he's not a psychiatrist. I never said I was. He's not a psychologist. Never said I was. He's not a therapist. Never said I was. I'm not a motivational speaker. Nope, don't do motivational speakers. I'm not a what do they call that? Not motivational speakers, but they call them something else. I'm not that one either. I'm not here to rah you. I'm here to actually fix what's missing. I'm actually here to get you a better outcome. That's my purpose. To get you a better outcome. That's it. I get way better outcomes than I got before. I get way better results than I've ever gotten before. Why? Because I've been through a lot of shit. That's it. I believe that's what's going to help me more than somebody who went to a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatric, whatever. I believe I'm going to be able to relate better. Because there's something about book smarts and there's something about experience. You know, I met a lot of people who are book smart in the military, book smart in law enforcement. They knew their shit. But when it came to actual practical, hands-on experience, don't have it. Even people I know who go to psychologists and therapists now with these coping skills and this, that, and the other. And it's like, it's just not working. Certain things are going to work better than others. Yes. But a lot of this stuff, you just have to deal with your shit. Keep it simple. You got to deal with it. And I'm going to help you deal with it. As I always say, get a pencil and paper. Start writing down your thoughts for 30 days. Start writing down how you feel for 30 days. Start writing down what you eat for 30 days. Just write all this down. Then have a list of your goals that you want to have in 5 to 10 years. You have to write all this stuff down. And for everybody who thinks you don't have to write things down, that's why you're still stuck where you are, because you won't write things down. It's that simple. So let's go back to the knots. I am not the psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't motivate. You already know what you need to do. I'm just here to tell you, go ahead on and do it. Start writing some things down. I think it's that simple. It is that simple. But I think it's too simple. That's why people don't do it. People sit there and read the scriptures and read the different religious books. Well, if you're reading something, that means somebody did what? Somebody wrote something down. FBI would call that a clue. That you need to start writing things down. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. But, you know, you still won't get a notepad. You still won't write stuff down. You still won't say what's on your mind. You still won't do it, but you think it's magically, like a snap of Thanos' finger, that it's going to change. Everything's going to get better. No, it's not. If it was going to get better, it already would have, right? I'm just saying. What have I done differently? I wrote things down. I made a plan. You have got to have goals. And then you have to institute them. You have to go after these goals and plans. You can't just write it down and throw it somewhere and forget about it. No, you got to look at them and say, this is where I want to be. This is how I'm going to get there. It's not going to be magical. It's not going to be overnight. But it is going to work. And if it don't work, what do? You do something else. I say all this to say what I'm not. And I'm gonna make more not videos later on as I come up with more things I need to talk to people about, things that I personally observe, personally experience. Because as I said, as this channel grows, there are going to be people who say, well, he is not this, not this, not this, not this. But I have something that possibly therapists, psychologists don't have: personal experience.